Before you start this research, you need to know one thing. Siege to Seas, like many other research trees in the game, contains a hidden trap. The game is designed to make you believe you are almost finished, while in reality, most of the cost is still ahead of you. In this guide, I will show you exactly where that trap is, what this research gives you, how to unlock it, how much it really costs, and how to plan your upgrades so you don't waste badges. If you find guides like this useful, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future research guides. You can also support me directly by becoming a member of this community. That support helps me create more detailed guides like this and prepare more Excel sheets packed with data. Siege to Seas is a research focused on attacking enemy headquarters. It provides bonuses for siege assaults, troop attack and defense, destruction value, troop load, and march speed. It is recommended for the middle game, usually after T10 research, and the total cost for the full research tree is 267,375 badges. Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at another research in the lab. This guide is about Siege to Seas. We will talk about how to unlock it, what bonuses it gives, what it is used for, what the main purpose of this research is, and how much it costs. First, we will go through the research tree in the lab and explain what each research node provides. After that, we will move to the Excel sheet and go through the cost of each research node. Siege to Seas mainly focuses on attacking. The purpose of doing this research is primarily to increase power, but the entire tree is built around attacking enemy headquarters. The bonuses focus on siege assaults, extra troop attack and defense during siege assaults, extra damage, extra destruction value, and troop load. Troop load is important because if you set an enemy headquarters on fire and loot resources, this research allows you to take more resources from the same attack. This research is recommended for the middle game. Usually this means after the early stage of the game, roughly around Season 1. I still strongly recommend focusing on T10 research first. T10 should always be the main priority. Once T10 is completed, then it is a good time to work on Siege to Seas. If you have not watched my T10 Troops Guide yet, I strongly recommend watching it before investing into Siege to Seas. You can find the T10 guide on my channel, and I will leave a link in the description. Siege to Seas is not very expensive compared to some other research trees, but it still requires planning. To unlock Siege to Seas, there are specific requirements. Your lab must be at least level 8. Elite troops research must be completed 100%. Military strategies must reach 40%. Once these requirements are met, Siege to Seas will appear in the lab, and you can start working on it. Once Siege to Seas is completed, it unlocks the Field Research tree. Field research is very important for account progression and power gains, and I already have a guide for it on this channel. Siege to Seas is also required to unlock shooter training, assaulter training, rider training, and the final research, Tactical Master. Without Siege to Seas, these researches cannot be unlocked. Now let's move to the lab and look at the research tree itself. The first research node is Demolition Crew. It has 5 levels and increases destruction value by 10%. Destruction value determines how much damage you do to buildings, making this one of the few researches that directly boosts building damage. Next is Joint Operation. This research node increases troop attack in siege assaults by 20%. Next to it is Mobile Defense. This research node increases troop defense in siege assaults by 20%. After that, we move to troop attack bonuses. Mobility Enhancement increases rider attack by 20%. Melee Combat increases assaulter attack by 20%. Weapon Upgrading increases shooter attack by 20%. Next is Load Module. This research node increases troop load by 10%. This allows you to loot more resources from enemy headquarters using the same fuel cost. Next to it is Propulsion. This research node increases march speed by 10%. March speed is often underestimated because it does not give direct power, but it is very important for chasing enemies on the map and performing better during events like Enemy Buster. The next line focuses on training speed. Quick assembly increases shooter training speed by 10%. Arms assembly increases assaulter training speed by 10%. Target training increases rider training by 10%. After that, Demolition Crew appears again. This second Demolition Crew has 10 levels and increases destruction value by 20%. This is very important during capital fights and state ruler events, where higher destruction value allows you to finish buildings and opponents faster. Next is the defensive line. Stronger armor increases rider defense by 20%. Shield upgrade increases assaulter defense by 20%. Tactical cover increases shooter defense by 20%. Then we reach the long research nodes. Joint operation appears again, this time with 20 levels, increasing troop attack in siege assaults by 40%. Next to it is mobile defense again, also with 20 levels, increasing troop defense in siege assaults by 40%. Once all previous research nodes are completed, the final research node unlocks. Recharge Shield has 10 levels and increases troop hit points by 10%. In total, Siege to Seas contains 18 research nodes and provides strong bonuses across siege damage, survivability, speed, and looting. Now let's move to the graph. As you can see on the graph, Siege to Seas looks very similar to other research trees. There are 18 research nodes in total. At first glance, it looks balanced, but this is where the hidden trap is. The first 15 research nodes cost 105,455 badges. The last 3 research nodes cost 161,920 badges. Together, the total cost is 267,375 badges. This means the first 15 research nodes consume only around 40% of the total cost. The last 3 research nodes alone consume about 60% of all required badges. The game shows a high completion percentage after finishing most of the tree, creating the illusion that you are almost done, while in reality, most of the cost is still ahead. This is the hidden trap. It is designed to pressure players into spending badges. Now let's move to the Excel sheet and go through the exact cost of each research node. The first Demolition Crew research node costs 81 badges at level 1, 350 badges at the final level, and 911 badges in total. The first Joint Operation research node costs 97 badges at level 1, 580 badges at level 10, and 2,677 badges in total. Mobile Defense has the same cost structure. Level 1 costs 97 badges, Level 10 costs 580 badges, and the total cost is 2,677 badges. Mobility enhancement, melee combat, and weapon upgrading all share the same costs. Level 1 costs 160 badges, Level 10 costs 960 badges, and each research node costs 4,450 badges in total. Load module costs 230 badges at level 1, 1,300 badges at level 10, and 6,190 badges in total. Propulsion has the same cost structure. Level 1 costs 230 badges, Level 10 costs 1,300 badges, and the total cost is 6,190 badges. Quick Assembly, Arms Assembly, and Target Training each have 5 levels. Level 1 costs 400 badges, the final level costs 1,720 badges, and each research node costs 4,430 badges in total. The second Demolition Crew research node costs 480 badges at level 1, 2,800 badges at level 10, and 13,010 badges in total. Stronger armor, shield upgrade, and tactical cover all have the same costs. Level 1 costs 580 badges. Level 10 costs 3,400 badges, and each research node costs 15,720 badges in total. Now we reach the trap research nodes. The final Joint Operation Research node has 20 levels. Level 1 costs 620 badges. The final level costs 9,100 badges, and the total cost is 70,400 badges. The final Mobile Defense Research node has the same cost. Level 1 costs 620 badges, the final level costs 9,100 badges, and the total cost is 70,400 badges. The final research node, Recharge Shield, costs 770 badges at level 1, 4,600 badges at level 10, and 21,120 badges in total. When all research nodes are added together, the total cost for Siege to Seize is 267,375 badges. To finish this guide, let's talk about efficiency. You do not need to finish this research tree immediately. You can complete the first 11 research nodes for a relatively low cost and gain strong bonuses and quick power. You can also complete the first 15 research nodes for 105,455 badges and get very solid value while avoiding the trap. Instead of spending everything on the last 3 research nodes early, you can move to another research tree and gain more power per badge spent. Later in the game, when badge income is higher, you can return and finish Siege to Seize to unlock further research. If this guide helped you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can also support me directly by becoming a member of this community. That support helps me create more guides like this and prepare more Excel sheets packed with data. Share this guide with your Alliance members and leave a comment about which research tree you would like to see next.
Help us grow. Share this video in your world chat and spread the word. Support us by subscribing, hitting that like button, and leaving a comment to tell us what you'd love to see next. Thank you.